What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz.
Boy, Natty Baps, and we the
Baptiste
BaptisteBros.
Bros. What's going? That was perfect. That was better. I like it. I like it.
You're a
I
little
like it.
delayed, so it's like on my side, it was a little early. It was a little early.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! But as we get to perfecting that, we working on it. Welcome to Week 11 NFL predictions. I'm excited. I'm nervous as shit. I'm not gonna lie. Fantasy team is doing all right. We're in the middle of the pack, but this is the week where a lot of teams, NFL and fantasy wise, break away, establish themselves as true contenders, or pack it up and get ready for 2024. All right. But before all that, I need a couple of things from you. As I munch on my sweet spicy chili Doritos, non-sponsored by the way. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new.
What?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I beg your pardon?
And let's get negative. Nah. Let's get right.
Shout out to
Thursday.
This is the world, so because his Attack on Titan recap shit is hilarious. Like, let's get negative.
Right. I'm actually rewatching Attack on Titan for y'all who are in the anime. I'm rewatching it from the beginning because it just ended. Beautiful series. I haven't watched the ending yet, so no one spoil anything for me. But you will get blocked. But fuck the bullshit. Let's get the cat bag early. Ravens, Bengals, Thursday night.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn on my case.
There's no clever nicknames. There's no like puns on the names. No. AFC North supremacy, AFC contenders. Get your popcorn ready. It's probably on paper the best Thursday night football game that we've had so far. And I'm really trying to think of any other good one. No. On paper, this is the highlight. This is the marquee. Man. How you feeling? How you feeling as a Ravens fan?
How I'm feeling, it's a must win because we lost to the Browns. Now, if we lose, knock on wood, Ravens fly. I'm kind of all the energy into us winning. But if we do lose, the winner of Steelers and Browns is the leader in the division. We can easily wake up Sunday, or like Sunday afternoon, whatever, being third place or second place in the division. So it's like, especially if let's say the Steelers win, I'll be more tight. I know if the Browns win, I'll be more tight because they won without Sean. We'll talk about that after, like a little later. But going into this game, we're without Ronnie Stanley, we're without Marlon Humphrey. He's doubtful. But to be honest, Marlon Humphrey, he hasn't been playing good ball this year. He has not. We still got Roquan. We've got PQ. We got the surplus of guys who help us lead the league in sacks, but we do not have a closer. I talked about this yesterday. We got Geno Stone leading the league in interceptions. We got Marcus Williams trying to come back. Kyle Hamilton, pick 6 last week. We got the Domer, by the way. I'm not concerned defensively. There's no way a team was going to be this dominant the entire season. But let this not be a trend. The Bengals are coming to our crib to do 2 things. One, stay alive in the AFC, because if they lose, they're going to have to be like playoff mode every single game. Now, a team like Cincinnati can do it because they have that mental toughness because they went to the Super Bowl. They have that endurance. But for every week to be a must-win playoff game, when you have a hard-ass schedule, that's a daunting task. For us, we can afford to lose this game, but I would not want to. We start like every year for the last 3 or 2 years, we started off 6-2, 7-2, 7-3. and have these meltdowns around this time of year. As soon as it gets like really cold out, before Thanksgiving, we always melt down. Let's not continue this trend, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not. Let's go out. We're at home. We let the fans down last week by blowing another double digit lead. All of our losses have come by blowing double digit leads. So it's looking like we either blow teams out or we losing. I like some middle ground here where we could win a close game. We're not panicking. We're not making mistakes like that. Let's go out, defend home court, home field, whatever, with our offense who we score a lot of points. We get a lot of yards. The Bengals cannot stop the run. So let's do what we do best. I got Lamar jersey on. I had to bring out the Lamar jersey because a couple weeks I've been bringing out the Ray Lewis jersey. They've been doing us right, but for this week I gotta bring out the Lamar, not the all black, not the whole black. We got some purple in here, but they wearing the all black Johns. We need that intensity. Sorry for the I hit a fire truck outside, but we need this intensity. We need this win. I do believe we get this win. So let's lock in. Y'all already got the proverbial lock the fuck in this week because we can't lose 2 in a row. Not right now. Not right now.
I mean, I got the Ravens to win. It's quite simple. I trust the Ravens overall more than I trust Cincinnati. I trust the offense of Cincinnati, but recently they've been highs and lows. Joe Burrow ain't been Joe Burrow. That's the first thing. And two, they are susceptible against the run. So the thing, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You know, you want to win by any means necessary, but when Lamar doesn't have great stats, oh, Lamar winning, he's not an MVP. The team is being carried. No, he's deferring to the strength of the team. When you don't have to force him to throw 30 times, instead you run for 30 times and you make key decisive throws to Mark Andrews. So OBJ, shout out to him getting a touchdown last week. Old OBJ coming back, right? Taking a slant route, 60 yards to the house type shit. They don't have enough weapons on the passing game to say, oh my God, you're gonna air it out against Cincinnati. They're not they're not the Texans, right? They're not. But they could run the ball on anybody. And the stat that you mentioned last night when we talked about it, Tuesday nights, 8:30, be there. We talked about, we always recap the weeks. Kean Mitchell only had 3 carries? That, and you said, okay, maybe they were saving him for later, like this game, because you have a 10-day break before Thanksgiving and all that shit. Run the ball. That's it. Sam Hubbard, defender for the Bengals, not playing. Trey Hendrickson, he's playing, even though he hyperextended his knee. He's playing. He's banged up. Y'all have offensive line issues, but that has never stopped y'all before. Even against Cleveland's great defense, y'all still able to run the ball. Just be a Baltimore Ravens team. And also, I'm expecting a big game from Mike Andrews. One, because I need it for my fantasy team, but more importantly, that's Lamar's safety valve. Like, I'm can pound the rock and just control time of possession. It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be a good game, but it's gonna be ugly regarding like aesthetically. I would not be shocked if it's like 14-3 in the first half because y'all just ran the ball and had like a 15 play, 75-yard touchdown drive to start the game. And it's like, shit, Cincinnati didn't even get the ball. Then they're pushing and they're trying to cut him up and come back up. So run the ball. I do trust Jamar Chase against your suspect secondary, but is Joe Burrow and that offensive line going to be able to protect them long enough to get him the ball? I don't think so. Ravens, you let me down last week when I said you was going to win by 6.5, and I was winning by like 19, and I choked. But again, last week, put it back, wherever you mirror, and move on to Thursday. Take care of business, and I truly believe y'all take care of business. Also, the Doritos, huh? Drop a comment below. What's your favorite Dorito flavor? So we got the purple bag, sweet chili. I'm a spicy nacho guy myself, the burgundy bag, but that's neither here nor there. Now we start the Sunday slate. Cowboys, Panthers. I put the quote of stomping of the tomato can, because Chris Broussard literally brought like tomato cans to all the Cowboys wins have been like dominating fashions. And then their losses have been ugly. They lost to the Cardinals. Ugly. What the hell? The Eagles game was a fantastic game, but their defense sold. Right. And also, like, it's a game of inches. And then the Niners, they got stomped. They got stomped like a tomato can. Panthers, they're tanking. They don't even have their first round pick. I'm not going to call it an upset. I'm not. But there's a lot of people who have the Cowboys left in Survivor. Corbett's one of them. I'm not predicting his downfall. I'm not saying, hey, Corbett, I don't want you to win, because of course, if we can split the money somehow, we both walk away with 20 grand. Like, hey, I'm cool with that. But in my heart, I'm rooting for the Panthers. But fiscally and here, the Cowboys have no excuse to lose this game. No excuse whatsoever. None. I would wish that they do get Tony Pollard more involved. That's the one thing in their offense that's missing, a consistent run game. And maybe Tony Pollard misses Zeke. Maybe Tony Pollard's not supposed to be the lead back taking all those hits. Zeke took those hits so that Tony Pollard could provide that spark. But now there is no spark. So Dallas needs to figure out what kind of team they want to be. Because as much as Dak has been balling his ass off, I wouldn't trust him to throw 40, 50 times in the playoffs. Have a balanced attack, and that will take you far. The defense, I'm not worried about it at all. Not worried about the defense at all, especially against this Panthers offense. But can the Cowboys get a run game going? I hope so, for their sake, because it's going to pay dividends later on. So get Tony Pollard involved. He hasn't had a touchdown since week one. Like, that's a damn shame. Even last week, everyone scored against the Giants, and Tony Pollard got stopped short at the 1 yard line. So get Tony Pollard involved, get a run game going, make sure Dak isn't throwing for 40 passes. And CeeDee Lamb, just take a minute for CeeDee Lamb appreciation, because Sidorius, he's good. He's a baller, top 5 receiver in the game right now. And if he can continue this streak, I think he has 3 games with a touchdown and 150 yards. Like, that's never been done before. Like, a touchdown and 150 yards. Like, AJ Brown had the 125 yards, but he didn't score every game. Like, CeeDee Lamb has been balling consistently, but it's kind of like feast or famine with the Cowboys. They're gonna beat the teams that they're supposed to, the tomato cans, and then look fraudulent against teams that they should be competitive against. So, in my heart, Panthers. Head and monetarily, I'm going with the Cowboys.
I'm going with the Cowboys, obviously, but this is low-key the kind of game they lose. This is one of them ones where, like, you wake up, like, on Monday, like, the Cowboys really lost to the Panthers. Like, the same thing happened on week 3. They lost to Arizona. Like, no one thought they was going to lose to Arizona. And then they went to Arizona. They fucked around and found out. Like, this is a highlight game for the Panthers because this is one of the best teams they're ever going to play in the season. So it's like, damn. I think their defense, you've always limited their defense. You always said, like, these guys play hard and play well. I think in my heart, the only way the Panthers can make the upset, not of the year, but definitely probably the upset of the year, would be if they can get a defensive touchdown. They can get like 100 plus on the ground early. Like one of those games like last year. I forgot who they played last year. They were just like 4 men out of 100. Like all these guys kept having 100 yards like in that whole game, that same game, whatever. and Bryce Young plays the game of his life. I think if he's able to do those three things happen, they have a chance.
Mm.
But probably not. Moving on. Battle of the defenses. Steelers at the Browns. Now, first I want to shout out to Deshaun. Prayer for you. You know, like it's not like your road back has not been an easy one. Your road to redemption has not been an easy one. You got a little bit of redemption after that heroic second half comeback against my Ravens. But you've got people like looking at you in a positive light again. But then it goes out like how you was playing with a broken shoulder, a broken bone in your shoulder. Like I respect it more. Cause you did all that with a busted shoulder and you carved us up. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. But then you're like, yo, Madam PJ Walker, DTR against a Mike Tomlin defense with TJ Watt. It's hard to root for the Browns. I feel so bad for them because they were finally getting that national limelight for it to be shut down in a blink of an eye. Because the 6-3 could easily turn into 8-9.
Yep.
They have a relatively light schedule. If they had Deshaun, they would be favored in like probably majority of these matchups. Myles Garrett can't do it alone, but I'm going with the Steelers because I trust a Mike Tomlin led defense against DTR. He's getting the start, so against a rookie quarterback in his second start ever. Give me that.
Yeah, his first start was against the Ravens in a 3-pick outing. So I don't know. Now, to be fair, DTR kind of got like thrusted on, like because it was like literally Sunday morning, and they're oh, Deshaun's not playing. We're like, huh? What? Huh? So then Ravens ended up taking him. So week of practice, who knows? But yeah, Steelers fought. They're 6-3. They've literally been outgained in every single game of the year. All 9 games, they've been outgained by their opponent. That shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Mike Tomlin finds a way. He has some voodoo magic type shit. He's just a hell of a coach. That's where it comes down to. Other teams make mistakes, and he capitalizes on those mistakes. Pardon me. Steelers are gonna win. If the Browns had Deshaun, I might have actually picked the Browns. And
Yeah.
it's a damn shame. Because like now it's like if they had Nick Chubb, who's also one of my favorite players of all like right now in the league. Like they had Nick Chubb. But they've been able to run the ball effectively, but the defense can only go so far. I expect like a pick 6 or some shit like that. Like the defense is gonna be a close game. Like it's gonna be close because again, AFC North. But yeah, Steelers should win because Mike Tomlin against DTR. That's
Sneaky move that happened today. Jalen Warren's RB1 now.
really
He got the bump up, which I'm low key vindicated for because I've been saying you need to get this guy. He's more explosive than Najee. Like you give him the goal line work, that's fine. But from like first and second down, third down, give it to Warren because he's just more explosive and he could catch better out the backfield, which opens up. And plus, also, it's also a sneaky move that not a lot of people talked about. Ever since Canada been off the booth and into like the sideline, their offense has been playing better. It's still trash because Kenny Pickett's not good, but compared to what they were doing before to now, it's been a drastic improvement because of Canada being closer by in the sidelines, talking to players, talking to his quarterback, being able to have those communications. So it works. Or works, it works. So let's go Steelers, right?
facts. Yeah, that's that. Next we got Bears Lions. Bears are JF1. Justin Fields returns off of a dislocated thumb, looking to upset the no defense having Lions. Oh, I really want to do it. I really want to do it, but I can't. I can't. Fun fact, well, not so fun fact for Bears fans. If you're a Bears fan, L's in the chat for you. But they have not won a divisional game. This is according to a Bears fan that I know, Corbett. Shout out to him. They have not won a divisional game since Andy Dalton beat the Lions on Thanksgiving 2 years ago. They don't win games, period. But they especially don't win divisional games. And I'm like, you couldn't even beat the Lions when they were woeful, like with before Jared Goff and all that stuff. Damn. Just damn. So Lions are gonna win, but I'm definitely thinking it's gonna be close. I think Justin Fields is dynamic enough and DJ Moore, and they can expose that poor secondary that the Lions have. And they're also like 10 days off of rest because they just played Thursday night. So that's the thing too about the Panthers as well. They're coming off of 10 days rest. So they might have been able to install some shit for like for the Cowboys, but who knows?
Now, I'm gonna pose a question to you, Nacho, before I get my pick. I want you to answer it like truthfully.
What's up?
Is the media's obsession with the Lions pissing you off? Like it is pissing me off?
Why is it pissing you off?
Because I like being early on the trends. I like being not a prediction. Don't roll your eyes, you roach. But like
I'm not rolling my eyes at what you just said. I'm really like, why are you upset with the Lions? But I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook.
so you've been like, yo, we love the Lions. We love the Lions. But now it's like people was like they don't see the flaws in the Lions. They're just like the shiny toy in the front, but in the back is dirty. It's like when you were a kid, you clean your room, but you just put shit away. It's not clean, but you know where all your shit at, so you say it's clean. Like it's one of those like it gets the job done, but it's like, eh. But the media is not holding them accountable. They're giving Dan Campbell credit for winning a 41-38 shootout. But yeah, your defense in the beginning of the season has been awesome. But as the season waned on, trending back to where you were last year and you're having to go to shootouts against everybody to even scrape a win. But no one's talking about it. I'm not gonna call it upset. But if they are upset, I want them to be like people to talk about them and like I don't mind them bloviating about the Lions. I don't mind that because we are Lions supporters on this channel. But I do want them to get the same treatment that they're giving these other contending teams if they really think the Lions are contenders.
So you don't want them to like, oh, it's like this. It's like a kid who was like, I'm a teacher, so it's like the perfect example. A kid that was like in trouble, was doing some dumb shit they weren't supposed to. Then they turn it around and are actually like starting to do well. But then all of a sudden like, they're still getting away with like other shit. But they're showing up in class and they're not causing that much of a ruckus. It's fine. Like, oh my God, you're good. You're good. But somebody else does that same thing. They give up 38 points to the Chargers. How could you do that? Your defense is like, I get what you're saying and I understand it. My biggest, I don't want to say critique of that point is that like what you kind of alluded to is like the Lions were expected to be this good, but not contending for the 1 seed good. And I think and it's not a shot at you per se, but I think people were like, "Oh, okay, like this is a great story. They lovable Lions. Oh my God, they're not Dallas who talk so much shit every year who haven't done anything in 25 years before we even thought of. They're not San Francisco that when they're healthy, they're a juggernaut. They're a great team, a great story, and those things kind of mesh together to kind of shield them from that criticism. Now, again, we don't get paid for this shit, so we are able to actually speak our minds, and we watch this shit like religiously. So when it comes to the Lions getting the notoriety that they rightfully deserve, they're not getting the criticism that comes with that notoriety. I think if they were to lose, then they like if they would have lost the shootout. Let's say the Chargers won 41-38. And then Dan Campbell went for 4th and 2. It's like those decisions that he makes, they work out. So no one talks shit about him. But if they don't work out, like let's say he does that shit in the playoffs and then they lose, then like the bigger the stage, the more criticism is upon him, you know?
Okay.
But I also think that you're a contrarian. I think you want to be not necessarily a contrarian. I think you want to be you the type of person and this is maybe a wild ass take, but I hope Maya's listening because I hope she confirms this or denies this. You the type of person that you want to start the trend, and then when somebody's like, "Yo, where you get that from?" Nah, I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
No. No.
You don't want to share the
I
wealth.
always put people on.
You don't want to share the wealth with the Lions. Like everyone likes the Lions, bro. You're like, I like them first. When I get the true love, the tough love with the Lions because they were real Lions supporters. Nah, everyone loves them now. Nah, they're not my team no more, man.
Oh no, I'm not with the Lions. I'm going with them to win the game. I'm just making that point because it's something I observed and I wanted your opinion on it. But don't smear my name. Don't smear my name. But also they also have a problem with mobile quarterbacks. So Justin Fields is saving for like he's playing for his career type shit at Chicago. He probably wants to stay, but he's like, yo, give it to Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, B. John,
I don't want him in Atlanta. I don't want him in Atlanta.
Because you don't want to root for Atlanta?
No. I love Justin Fields, but no. Fuck Atlanta.
That's fair. But no AFC team. Fuck him. Nah. Keep him in the NFC. Keep him over there. But yeah, I think the Bears gonna make it a show, but I think at the end of the lines. Moving on. Fire Brandon Staley. If they lose this game, Brandon Staley should not have a job. This was last week when you allowed 48-1. But if you lose this game when you're a favorite, granted it's on the road, I don't care. Jay Herbo is Jay Herbo. You're spoiling his talents, bruh. Keenan Allen turning back the clock to his Phillip River days, bruh. And you're ruining it. Like, you're ruining this offense. Quentin Johnson finally got to the end zone last week. Hurrah for that. But for what it's worth, like for what? So it's pissing me off that Brandon Staley still has a job. I don't advocate people get fired. I don't want that to happen. Obviously not. But if you're not producing, pull the plug. Like, get out of there. Get out of there, Batman. Like, get out of there. Like, if he's not performing, you fire a coach, interim for the rest of the year, salvage whatever you left, and if he's cool, you might extend it. But then you probably get Bill Belichick because the way the Patriots is looking like, I trust Bill Belichick with Justin Herbert. You get an offensive coordinator who's not Josh McDaniels. Focus on the defense? Come on, son. Because they got the players, but just the scheme is not working. So let's go Chargers.
Also, you realize that we were like putting him in the wrong games, right?
We were indeed putting him in the wrong games.
I fixed mine, but yeah. Like Jordan Love, what does Love got to do with it?
What's love got to
do? Yeah, that's that. I think the Chargers win. I'm not saying a blowout, but I don't trust Green Bay. Shocker. I don't trust them. I've been consistent with that. They gonna draft a quarterback, and that's that. Cardinals Texans. Are the Texans for real? Same thing 3 weeks ago. They were a good story. They were like, oh my God, like are the Texans like DeMeco Ryans and all that stuff, CJ Stroud's balling, and they lose to the Panthers. Then massive game against the Bucks, 490 yards, 5 touchdowns. Fantastic upset against the Bengals. I didn't know he didn't have like 300 passing yards, but he balled out made the key plays when he needed to. They're 5-4. Playoffs start today. They're beating the playoffs. DeMeco Ryans probably coach of the year at this point. All that true. Are y'all gonna beat the teams you're supposed to beat? That is the question. I said it last 2-3 weeks ago when y'all lost to the Panthers. All for bye. Like they have to learn how to win. I think last week was a great stepping stone for that in terms of, oh, we can win. We're up 10 points. Yeah, it got close at the end because CJ Stroud threw a pick when he shouldn't have even thrown the ball. But the fact that they held on to win, Noah Brown is balling right now. Take down Nico Collins is the entire receiving core is balling. Dalton Schultz, shout out to him. Like, I got no real complaints about the Texans. I just want you guys to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and i.e. beat the Cardinals. A lot of people are going to pick the Texans in Survivor because the Cardinals suck. I'm not one of those people. I'll talk about my team in a second. But all in all, I think, yes, Kyler Murray, great story, great comeback last week. Texans haven't seen a mobile quarterback like that, so he might cause them some trouble. But if I had to pick two quarterbacks who I trust right now, a rookie CJ Stroud or Kyler Murray, who we don't even know what we're going to get week to week, give me CJ Stroud and the Texans to win.
I so badly want to call the upset.
You say that, and yeah, just do it, my
I
guy.
say that, but I'm not doing it, bro. It's just
You keep saying that shit. Oh, I so badly want to get anything. That's like kind of like it's like upset alert. It's like a kid was like it's upset alert, but I ain't staying on business. You're not staying on business, Shabazz.
Ooh, I got staying on business.
You're not staying on business right now, man. You ain't staying on
Nah,
business.
I'm
You
not
gonna
for this one. For this one, I'm not staying on business. I'm not. But
okay.
next time if I say I'm calling the upset, I'm a 10 toes staying on business. But for this one,
9.5.
that's a spread.
No, 9.5 toes. Because remember back in the day, faction.
I ain't get imputated. I still got the toe, motherfucker. Goddamn. Shit got fractured when I was like 8 or 9. Like it happens, you know. It happens. You know.
Sorry.
I ain't gonna be disrespectful. I almost forgot the shorty name, but I was gonna say something.
Whoa. Hey.
Anyway, right. I got Texans winning. Might be a shootout. I'm not gonna lie, because their defense is not that good yet. They need time to gel. They've allowed, I think, 30, 33 or whatever, 33 points against the Bucks.
Oh yeah, it was like
33 and then
30,
27.
27 against the Bengals. So yeah, defense
So like,
defense can get got for sure.
so if Kyler Murray could do that, hey, do that, my brother. Now the follow up, Titans Jags, are the Jags for real? So the Jags might be overlooking the Titans because they play the Texans next week. So definitely is a trap game feel for him. Derrick Henry has not gone off in so long. I'm calling the upset. I'm standing 10 toes. Give me the fucking Titans to upset the Jacksonville Jags at home. Like, Derrick Henry has not gone off. He is notorious for destroying the Jaguars. That's what he was known for. 90-yard touchdowns against Jacksonville. Like, promise, those are the days that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He goes vintage mode. Will Levis probably has the upside, whatever. But bread and butter is defense in the running game. Mike Vrabel can coach his ass off. He's just good a coach, if not better than Doug Peterson. Trevor Lawrence is not playing well, but no one wants to talk about it. Nick Wright wants to be blind and like, oh my gosh, he not playing well. I think it's a big spot. I think the Tennessee Titans could pull off the upset. So let's go Titans.
I'm gonna pull you. I saw the upset.
I saw one about to go the upset. Motherfucker. Goddamn.
I want to call it, but I can't, bro. As much shit as I've talked for weeks now, and I think that deserves a clip, by the way.
Vindication.
It was one game. They won 5 straight before that, though.
Frauds! They are frauds!
Nah, against 49ers, though, you going to call them frauds? I think if they lose to this game.
Who have they played with the winning record? Nobody. And then as soon as they play the Saints, and then go, okay, took a pick six and a bad drop to beat us. Cool. So what? Again, I mean,
Buffalo.
yeah, Buffalo. Buffalo. You see the camera fell off my laptop. See, because of the stupidity you just said. Buffalo. They don't have a running record. They're 5-5. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville because, as you said, and as I kind of said, if they lose, one, I'm vindicated. You're definitely frauds for real. And two, next week showdown, Texans Jags, because the Texans already dog walked them week 2 or week 3 or whatever that week that it was. So that was in Jacksonville. Like they're gonna go to Houston next week. Ooh, I'm excited for that because that's probably for the AFC South title. Because Texans have a light ass schedule, but Jags, they still gotta play some teams.
They got Buffalo. They got Buffalo. No, they already played. They got Baltimore Browns defense in Cincinnati. So
Right,
that's
murderers row.
that's tough.
And
That's
I
tough.
think they still have to play the Niners as well. I'm not entirely too
They
sure.
played the Niners last week.
Oh, they did, yeah. So boom, exactly what happened. So, yeah, I got the Jackson win because again, as much as I love Derrick Henry, favorite player, jersey, we talked about yesterday, as much as I love Derrick Henry, as much as I love the story of Will Levis, I love Mike Vrabel as a coach. I can't trust him on this spot. But my heart and head actually going for the Titans. It's my money that I'm going with Jacksonville. Speaking of which, Raiders Dolphins, the greatest show on surf, trademark pending. Off a bye. Are they for real? Because just like the Jags, who have they faced? Who have they beaten? Like nobody, really. All their wins are by teams with losing records.
Mm.
And they are 4-0 at home, and they Tua plays fantastic at home, but got dog walked by the Eagles. Not dog walked by the Chiefs. The game was closer than it should have been. And then you got dog walked by Buffalo, who now look like they're frauds. So we're going to talk about them in a couple of games. But Dolphins, are they for real? Again, at home off a bye, this is like the perfect, hey, let's lock in. Tua got cornrows now for whatever reason. Sure. So yeah, for now, again, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because I trust a little bit. Oh, how did I? Oh, I messed up. I put Lions twice. What did I put Lions twice? Oh, I didn't change it from before. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I love Devontae Adams matchup against Jalen Ramsey. I don't think Ramsey's that good anymore, but that's neither here nor there. Sacrilegious, I know. But yeah, it's Aiden O'Connell against Tua. I know it boils down to, why you only look at the quarterback matchup, but I think Tua makes more plays with Tyreek Hill than Aiden O'Connell.
And Waddle. Can't forget about Waddle.
And I think A-Chain's coming back too. So, like that, they're going to be full force and ready to go.
Yeah. It's hard to. I love the Antonio Pierce story. I love it. I love they're playing hard. I love they're playing. They're just carefree. They got nothing to lose. So they pulled us off. It's a massive upset and could definitely change how the outlook looks for the AFC if they win and Miami loses and let's say Buffalo wins. We'll talk about that in a couple of games. But I got Miami, bro. I'm financially invested in the success of Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle. I need that to happen. In my main league, I need that to happen. So let's go. Hurrah.
Hoorah.
Hurrah. All right. Giants at Commanders. They have not beaten the Giants in Lord knows how long. Jonathan Allen had a passionate do-rag infused speech. It was like, we never beat these motherfuckers. We always lose to them. It's not happening no more. Yeah, at home. Sam Howell, for as limiting as he is, he leads the league in passing yards. That's not take that what you will. Take that what you will. But he's also the most sacked quarterback. I expect Tommy DeVito is not winning a game in this NFL. He is not. He is not. Let's go, Commanders. Let's get right. Salvage your season. And you have a chance. And for the Giants, if you lose, you like, yo, we closer to the number one pick. So let's go that. So come on. It works out. And then Eric Bieniemy just an awesome offensive coordinator.
Word. That's why I said offensive explosion upcoming. I'm picking the Commanders in my Survivor this week. So, lock. That's all I really gotta say, man. It's Daniel Jones, Danny DeVito, Tommy DeVito. Commanders in 5. Commanders in 5. Bucks Niners. A new streak continues for C-Mac. As you guys don't know, Christian McCaffrey's touchdown streak came to an end last week.
Tragic.
Tragic. I expect the Niners to dog walk the Bucks. Yeah, I got no. I need it to happen. So, like that. That's what I really need. I'm going for again. It's always fade the NFC South on this side. Like Shabazz fades the AFC South. He can't wish for ties because ties are boring and shitty. But it also kind of ruined the whole like projection and stuff like that. Losses. Point is, I think the Niners are a fantastic team. They're healthy. And as much as I like, the Niners talk, as like, so I'm tired of the Niners talk because Shabazz asked me earlier about the Lions. As much as I'm tired of, oh my God, like everyone talks about the Niners. They are rightfully so worthy of being talked about. But can they stay healthy? That's always the biggest question. It's a war of attrition. So Niners should win. Tampa, it's Baker Mayfield. It's smoking that Baker pack.
49ers.
Boom. Are you gonna do it? Hold on.
Jets upset the Bills, man. When we stand in 10 toes, let's go, Jets. Bro, Stephon Diggs is this close to a breaking point. If they lose again at home to the Jets, who are fighting? They are fighting. Oh my God, the media. Ooh, I hate narratives. I hate media, but that just be the as an Asian of chaos, just as the pop boils. Boom. Let's go, Jets. Zach Wilson, if he can beat Josh Allen twice, the boatloads of confidence. They had a team only meeting, players only meeting, discussing the offense. Like, we're fucking struggling. You had magic in a bottle against the Chiefs. Recapture some of that energy. Because if you do, you can take this win. Don't look for I said it last year and I'll say it again for those who don't know. I always believe Zach Wilson wants to recreate that same play at that BYU Pro Day play that got him the number 2 overall pick. Whereas Josh Allen just wants to recreate that I gotta be a Superman all the time. If Josh Allen just runs the ball with James Cook and they don't bench him for an entire half because he fumbled one time, you got a new OC, which is your quarterback coach. That's cool. But there's a lot of tension. The vibes is not vibing right now. It's not vibing right now in Buffalo. I'm not gonna lie. Vibes are down in New York, but their defense is always gonna play hard, no matter what. So it might be another 2 interception game for Josh Allen because all this shit talking, it's in his head. It's in his head. To be honest with you, it's there. So let's go Jets.
Man, my heart agrees, but my money says nah. I got bills, man.
You got bills to pay?
I got bills to pay. I got bills to win, man. That's it. I got as again agents of chaos as we are. Again, I would love the narrative if the Jets win. Oh my god, because you also got the added flavor of Aaron Rodgers gonna come back potentially. Like, oh my god, they're 5-5. Like, they can go on a run. Like they beat the Bills back to back. They'll be second place in their division. Like, who knows what can happen? But no, I think Buffalo, the roller coaster is gonna strike again. I think Bills win for sure. Seahawks and Rams is a sneaky game at 4 o'clock, which I'm like, don't really know how to feel about this game. Like, are the Seahawks gonna choke again to the Rams because they lost week 1? Puka Nakua popped up like, oh, cool, we here. And the Rams are off a bye, so hey, upset alert. Going with the Rams, baby. Fuck Seattle, but I do. Seattle and Niners, they play each other Thanksgiving night. So that could be like this might be a look ahead game for both teams. The Niners looking ahead against the Bucks, and the Seahawks looking ahead against the Rams. That's the matchup. That's the type of shit we talking about. Seahawks Niners Thanksgiving night. But for this game, off a bye, Matthew Stafford's healthy-ish, healthier than he was. I think Cooper Cup can expose that secondary. Sam Howard just threw for like 350 against them. Like, yeah. Now the Rams still don't have an offensive line, so good luck with that. But overall, I think the Rams, that preparation, I trust Sean McVay. But a week of preparation, for sure.
Let's go Rams. Matthew Stafford about to cook. Matthew Stafford really about to cook. I wish Kyron Williams was back, but he's still on IR. But they can't stop the run. And they can't stop the pass. They don't have a pass rush. And they can't block. And Donald's about to feast. Cooper Cup and Puka both about to feast. And I think they just catch the win. Maybe a last second field goal, but Matthew Stafford does things for this offense that, like, it's only for him. It's only for him. So, go Rams. They got this. I got faith. Go Rams. Now, Sunday night. Cash ass game when you're thinking about it. But for narrative-wise and storylines and media, this is honestly the perfect game. Hold on 1 second.
Why you say that?
Well, hold on. All right. So we got the Passionaut, Josh Dobbs, great story. The Vikings have won like fighting 4 or 5 straight games. Like they cooking right now.
Oh, it was 5 in a row.
5 in a row. Like especially like if the Lions were to lose. If they were to lose, then it's like, ooh, can the Vikings sneak up on them? Like that's like the narrative going into Monday if they win against the Broncos. Versus the Broncos, paint impact. Low key not, it's not hitting no more. The impact not really. It's like one of those $5 strands. Like it's not hitting no more like it used to. It's that phony button. You know what I'm saying? So like Russ, for all the shit we give him, he's playing well. He's playing way better than last year, and he's not doing too much. Unless he has to. Like it was a couple plays against Buffalo. He had to scramble. He scrambled. He got the open and he was cooking. I mean, I'm not saying let Russ cook. I'm not back on that vibe. But I am saying he is playing well. Javonte Williams is finally being unleashed, which we love to see. I love to see that. The defense, since that 70 burger that the Dolphins put on them, take that aside. Have that be the outlier if you're a statistician. They honestly have been a solid defense. So, but it's also still let's go Vikings. So let's go Vikings. Don't matter if it's Kirk Cousins in 1 o'clock or Josh Dobbs in prime time. Let's go Vikings. And especially if Justin Jefferson plays, which he might.
For sure. Word. That's another wrinkle that I thought about. I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well, man. As much as I hated it last week, as much as I hated the experience of watching Josh Dobbs torch my Saints defense, he's a gamer. Like somebody said that Josh Dobbs is like the new Ryan Fitzpatrick of our generation, which he just wins games. Like that's what he does, and like the story is awesome. Like he might get his comeuppance soon, who knows? But if Justin Jefferson comes back and that offense can take it up to another gear, I watch out. That's all. Again, the Broncos are a good story. They locked in. They didn't talk about locked in before we tweak out. Like they switched the gear and they're like, hey, we can't give up 70 again. And now they like, I think they almost since like week 4 leave the league in like takeaways. So like they get the ball, they take the ball away. But who knows? Who knows? Last game, Monday Night Football, Super Bowl rematch, Eagles, Chiefs. Enough said. That this is where like we talk about primetime games being the bangers and bangers. Like on paper, these have the potential to be fantastic. It's fuck Philly on this side. I went with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and I ain't switching back. I got the Chiefs to win.
Wait, why did they fuck Philly on your side, bro?
That's just fuck. It's fuck Philly. Wait. That's it.
I'm gonna need something more substantial than that. But
no, it's just fucking really. Now, in terms of the Chiefs, though, again, like now I'm not expecting it's a big game. It's Mahomes prime time. It's Jalen Hurts prime time. Like this is like this. Hey, if you pick the Eagles, if you're like, hey, I'm stuck. I don't know who to pick. This is like the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs because the Chiefs rarely lose at home. They lost the first game of the season against the Lions. That was it. They've won every other game at home. And the other game they lost was in Denver. Patrick Mahomes had a flu. He should be over it now. They had a bye. Both teams had a bye. Like this is like again, this is as like Super Bowl rematchy as you're going to get with both teams. Both teams fully rested. Both teams ready to rock off of buys. Like both one seeds in their divisions, conferences rather. Like this is the type of shit I'm looking for on Monday Night Football. Like this is the shit I'm looking forward to. Like
get your dick hard on.
This is the shit that gets my dick hard. Yes, word. Like I'm really excited.
I'm back. Oh man.
And Philly on this side. Word. Yeah.
Nah, man.
Word.
Nah,
Word.
man.
I'm a New Yorker at heart, even though I'm in South Bend.
I'm going with the Eagles, man. I know it's fuck Philly on y'all side, man. I ain't gonna lie. But for one, AJ Brown's about to cook that defense. The secondary wise. Their offensive line could block Chris Jones. What does that mean? Swift, not Taylor. He can cook. Jalen Hurts. Off of buys, healthier now. So you might see a little bit of him running the rock. But then you also got Devontae. Dallas Goedert's out. But so Devontae and AJ Brown, I expect both of them to have great games. It's probably going to be a shootout, which from me, fantasy, I would love. But I think at the end, the Eagles do not lose games. They just find ways to win. That's the epitome of their 8-1 record. They just find ways to win. So I think this is going to be another one of those find ways to win. So I got the Eagles win. No shade against the Chiefs, but I think at the end, the lack of offensive aptitude is going to catch up. And Ravens win. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, which we need that, we'll have the same record. So it's like, no, we won't. We'll have one more game, but we haven't checked out. I'll buy week 13, a couple weeks away.
But their losses they only have one
conference loss. We have 3. Yes.
So that's why even if you have the same record, they'll still be the 1 seed.
So then I need these motherfuckers to lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm trying to get that 1 seed. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that 1 seed. Word.
Anyway, it's time for the most motivational segment. People need to lock the fuck in before we tweak out. Now, mind you, right? There's Satar to buy. So I'm chilling. Like I have no anger in my heart this week. I have no we gotta lock in. We gotta look the man in the eye. Like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm here. Like I'm inclined. I'm just gonna watch football and enjoy it for the first time all season. So you gotta get the document back up, my brother, because I don't know somehow, some way it just lost. But my first pick in terms of the lock in draft, it's got to be Brandon Staley, bro.
Okay.
Well, Brandon Staley, Chargers overall, yeah. Because you can't lose to the Packers, one. If you lose, can't be another shootout. Because then your defense, again, you are, I've said this all the time. Again, you are a defensive minded coach, my brother in faith. How the freak you keep giving up 40 points in shootouts and you can't stop anybody? They quit again on us, but it's okay. You'll just know who we're talking about. Maybe if I try it, I'm gonna try this out. But yeah, Chargers mainly Brandon Staley have to lock in. Word.
Okay, I got it to work now. There you go. Well,
Yep.
my first pick gonna be Ravens. People been disrespecting us. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, I say us because it's us. People been saying, "Oh, we fraudulent." People been vindicated on their takes. Nick, right? But we cannot lose this game. We will not lose this game. Because I won't be a happy camper if we lose this game. I will not. I will not. I'll be going upstate this weekend, enjoying myself with my LBs. But I will not be a happy camper coming back home on Sunday morning. I will not. I will not. I will not. I will not. We will not have it.
We will not have it.
We will not have it.
For
So
me,
offense, lock in. Defense, especially, we play Joe Burrow well. We play him well. So feel me, put the pressure on him. Jadeveon Clowney, you lead the league in pressures. I need some of that. And let's get these tackles for loss and let's get these sacks. Pause. And let's go Ravens.
I'm gonna go Texans next. More specifically, the defense for the Texans. Yeah, we mentioned it 2 weeks ago. You gave up like 30, 33 against the Bucks. Last week you gave up 27 against Joe Burrow. Like you can't have shootouts every freaking week. Sometimes you gotta lock in and like step up. So that yes, you have a fantastic quarterback. You have a fantastic guy leading the charge. But defense, you gotta do your part. I don't know if you see the memes on TikTok say, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I ain't do fucking shit. It's like the Texans, they've been opportunistic in getting picks, but they still give up a lot of yards and a lot of points. So get the ball back to your defense, your offense, and don't have it be another shootout. You know, give the ball back and let CJ Stroud cook the Cardinals' suspect defense. So lock in Texas defense.
Breeze Umaki. What up, Breezy? What up, baby? Um, second nomination, lock the fuck in before I tweak out, was gonna be Josh Allen. Well, and Diggs, like that whole combination right there. It's that. That's a fact. That's a fact. Panthers, they beat the Cowboys. That's their Super Bowl. To be honest with you, that is definitely their Super Bowl. But Josh Allen and Diggs got to lock in. Like all media is talking about them in a huge light, and half of it is because of Trayvon. Trayvon's in Island on Twitter. Worry about the wrong things, brother. You gotta worry about your ACL, my brother. I'm just saying. But their relationship needs to be repaired, and I think a good win, like Josh Allen for like 300, Diggs for like $150, a tutty. I think that winning cures all. But if you're not winning and you're not getting hit a rock, that's where it's like, damn, like Like winning, like look at Devontae. Devontae was mad that they were losing and he wasn't getting a rock. Now he's getting a rock and they're winning. So like he's not getting a rock. He's not going for like 100 yards, but he's getting like 5 catches for like 60 yards. That's pedestrian numbers for a guy like Devontae, but they're winning games. So he don't give a fuck as long as they're winning. He feels like he contributed, but if he's not getting a rock at all, 3 catches with 34 yards, and you lose,
Yeah.
that's where it's like, my God, come on, son. So he's definitely justified in his feelings. But you know, Josh Allen, he's like that. Madden curse is real. Just saying.
Yeah, so I agree on that one for sure. You said like the winning cures all type shit. That is absolutely facts. Like we play Fortnite, we argue with each other's throats and but we catch a dub. Good shit, run it back type, right? So we whatever happens, happens. But Reason Monkey makes a valid point. So Brandon Staley somehow isn't fired. Chargers are a good team, but they have a big name defense, but horrible defensive stats. I don't know if it's play calling or just bad players.
It's
So
play calling.
it's
It's
not. I don't even think it's play. I think the whole is not the sum of its parts. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase before, but yes, big name players, Bosa, Derwin James, Khalil Mack, right? They have players all over the defense. Alohi Gilman, Domer, by the way, you feel me? But at the same time, just because you have those players, they're not necessarily gelling together. The whole, not the sum of its parts. Freaking Texans, offense. Think about that. Tank down Nico Collins, Noah Brown, Dolan Schultz. B plus guys, but somehow they're leading one of the offenses of the year, right? Because play calling, coaching, and all that good stuff, right? So yes, I think Brandon Staley should have been. We all believe Brandon Staley should have been fired. The playoff game, duh, should have been dead. Like should not even. Hey, do not pass. Go. Like go to jail. Type like don't pass. Go. You
Don't
are
even board the plane back to LA.
right. Like find somewhere else. Find coach. But you can't keep losing and you have a generational quarterback in Justin Herbert. That's a fact. And my last lock-in pick is gonna be Trevor Lawrence. It's gonna be Trevor Lawrence. He has not been good this year.
Mm.
He is not. He's 9 touchdowns and 10 turnovers. Yes, I'll say that. 9 touchdowns and 10 turnovers, picks and fumbles included. They get to the red zone and somehow just like shit the bed. Like the Titans have a good defensive line when it comes to run blocking and run stopping, but when it comes to pass defense, they can get got. Trevor Lawrence, the prince that was promised. You gotta lock in because I picked you guys to win your division. I thought this was gonna be a cakewalk. And now y'all making it seem y'all want to make shit complicated. I got money on the line for y'all to win the division, son. And we not locking in right now. So, like, come on, Trevor. Come on, Trevor. And then obviously an honorable mention is the Commanders. They're my survivor pick. Can't lose to Tommy DeVito, bro.
Cannot.
You can't lose to Tommy DeVito. In the words of Matt, Giants trying to get the first overall pick. So, like, come on. But Trevor Lawrence definitely has to lock in.
My last pick is Miami offense.
Mm.
Not in a way like it's more like you didn't get the result you wanted. You didn't play the way you wanted in Germany. You have a week. You had a week to think about it, to ponder it, whatever. You were home against the Raiders, who have a trash secondary. Front line is great. Max Crosby, defensive player of the year candidate. Not gonna lie, he's up there. But like, if y'all struggle and y'all lose this game, or y'all don't even show up the way y'all supposed to, I think the spread is like we'll talk about it soon. Whatever when we do the spreads, it's a large spread. So if you don't win by more than a touchdown, people going to jack y'all frauds. Me personally, nah, because I would hate to play that kind of offense. We played them later in the season. I would hate that. But like at the same time, it's like, yo, bro, like, what we doing? So Miami got locked in. Plus, for fantasy purposes, I need y'all to go off.
Yeah.
Real quick before we do the spreads, Breezy Maki said Jags should win the division. I'm a big CJ Stroud hopeful, but I can't rely on the Texans when they lose to Carolina. Thank you. You are a very smart man or smart person. I don't know if you're a man or woman. You're a very smart person because me and Natty Bab said the same thing. They lost to Atlanta and they lost to Carolina in games that they should not have lost at all, especially Carolina when you're off a bye. If you're their first win, their only win, kind of a red flag. I'm not gonna lie, but no one talks about it because it's like, oh, he's been playing well as of late. But the week before the Bucks game, he struggled against Carolina. But you feel me now? Danny Orlovsky saying he's in the MVP conversation. He's knocking at the door, but he's not in the room.
He not.
He's not in the room. It's not him being a rookie. It's not being him like nah. If he was playing like legit ball, but don't lose to Carolina, and they said at 6-3 instead of 5-4, then he's in the room. You lose to Atlanta, that's 7-2. That's damn near front of the line. But those two bad losses, it's crazy. And then real quick before we go to the thing, Ryuzumaki has another comment. I agree with your Miami offense take, but in my opinion, would say Tua would be a better lock in. The team is full of stars, but Tua does not perform against good teams. The Raiders aren't a good team. They're not. Just for this week, when we do lock the fuck in, we're saying like for this week, what they have to do. For the course of the season, of course, he has to beat the good teams. But for this particular week against the Raiders at home, that's a given. You gotta perform. Good, gotta perform. But now we got the segment where the money resides, when the money resides. If you lose, do not blame us. But when you win, because if you take bits and pieces from the parlays that we make, you might win something. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smart what you're picking. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? But that's what I like. Subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitch too, but subscribing on YouTube, BaptisteBros. Telling a friend to tell a friend. Let's get right, man. This spreads, man. Let's get these spreads right, man.
Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. So yeah. So we here is where the money resides. Again, I've been consistent, been wrong a lot because I'm gonna pick the spreads and not be cut with it. But hey, it's where it happens and where we start off is Thursday night football. Bengals, Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3.5. All these odds are brought to you by FanDuel as of 8 p.m. Wednesday, November 15th. So if you watch this video later on, you're like, oh, that's not 3.5. Oh, this game already happened. Duh. What are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, Ravens favored by 3.5. Give me Baltimore, man. Baltimore minus 3.5 is that's one of my things, man. We don't even do locks of the week anymore, man.
All I care about is we win the game, man. I don't give a fuck if it's by last second field goal, by 3, by 30. Actually, I would care. I would love it to be by 30. I would love that. Not gonna lie, but it probably won't because division rivals always play us close. So
For sure.
Ravens win. Gucci. You said shut up. That's crazy.
I said for sure. Nobody, bro. Yes, but finally a good Thursday night game as Breezy Uzumaki. Word, that's my guy. Now start the Sunday slate. We got 8 games in the 1 o'clock, 3 games in the 4 o'clock, and then other games as well. Chargers at Packers. Chargers are favored on the road by 3. Give me the Chargers minus 3, man. Again, Brandon Staley's in my lock-in list. So let's.
This is a must win. They lose this, they're not making the playoffs at all.
For sure. Definitely a must win for them. Speaking of must wins, Jags hosting Tennessee. Tennessee underdogs by 7. You already called the upset, my brother, which I appreciate. I wish I had the gumption with you, brother. I don't. I don't. My heart does, but monetarily, no. Again, I need them to win the division. That sorry ass AFC South. Next, we got Raiders at Dolphins. Dolphins, 12.5. 12.5. I don't even know what they are, like money line, what the odds on that is. It's like minus probably 800, maybe minus 1,000. That's wild to me. Titans, yeah. So you missed. So Rizu Uzumaki, you missed our in-depth analysis on every game. You feel me? We start the shows at 8:30, so we go through all the games and we talk about what to expect. So go on YouTube, go back and look at that clip because we talked about every game. Yeah, don't be surprised. Again, we're also, if you're new to the show, we're agents of chaos. So we definitely want bad teams to win sometimes. But again, for the purposes of this, we put our real money on the line. Put our real money on the line. Speaking of real money on the line, we got Cowboys at Panthers. Really want to do it, but I can't. I got Cowboys by 10.5. I don't see the Panthers scoring against this defense, man.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't either.
That's that. I don't see it. I wish I did, but I wish I did. I just can't. I just can't go with the upset as much as I want to. Cowboys by fucking 50.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. By fucking 50. If they lose, woo, love the narrative for that. Just gonna
Love
throw that
it.
out. Cardinals at Texans. Texans are favored by 4.5. Hey, Texans. I think they lock in. But I also sneaky bet the over. Word. And I might put a little 2 units on the over on that one, big dog.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's how you...
Who knows? Word. Hold on. All right, then we got the Underfest Steelers at Browns AFC North showdown. Browns are still favored by 1.5. I think when it gets closer to game time, I think the Steelers become favorites. Yeah, Steelers plus 1.5.
You can actually, if you think the Steelers are going to win the game, you can get them money line for plus 100. So basically, you just money line for plus 100 is calm. You basically double up your money. You go 10, that get 20 back. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Big facts, big facts. Then we got my survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I got the Commanders to beat the Giants.
You
Yo,
try. You try.
I think you're right. You're right. But again, I ain't soft. 9.5. Sam Howell leads the league in passing. Eric Bieniemy, offensive coach of the year, or coordinator of the year. That's a fact. And I think the last game in the 1 o'clock window. Yes, this is the last game in the 1 o'clock window. Bears at Detroit. Detroit favored by 8.5. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one. I want chaos. I love Justin Fields. I also have him in fantasy, so I think this game's gonna be awesome. But again, the Bears haven't beaten a divisional opponent since Thanksgiving 2 years ago, so it's kind of crazy. Next, we start off with the 4 o'clock slate. We got Niners favored 11.5 against the Baker Pack led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the spread, man. I got the spread, man. I got the Niners to win by more than 12 points. A couple more games to go. We got Jets at Buffalo. Bills favored by 7. That offensive putrid performance that they just displayed, and they're only favored by 7. I wish it was lower. I'm gonna pick the Bills to cover. But again, I'll bite the bullet if this loses. I'll bite the bullet because we want chaos here in Shabazz TV. I lied, BaptisteBros. Still, I know it's week 11. Again, week 11. I'm still fucking up.
Let's go Jets, man. Let's go Jets, man. Let's go Jets.
Steelers at Rams. Rams favored by 1. Again, you probably can get the Rams by money line straight up by as plus 100. So it's not really.
It is plus 100. You're right.
So if you want to make a parlay and just put the Rams and win by money line, like that's that. Oh yes, if Buffalo loses, then the playoffs this year is going to be a yikes. No, I think the playoffs would be exciting if new teams make it. Like
Yeah.
NFL is like the king of this. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But let's go through the spreads. There's a couple more games we gotta get to. 2 more games. We got Vikings at Broncos Sunday Night Football. Broncos are favored by 2.5. Give me Josh Dobbs. Joshua Dobbs. Pastronaut.
The Patriots.
The Pastronaut to cover 2.5 to win outright, but also just to cover, And last Super Bowl rematch. I think this was a spread in the Super Bowl as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Probably
think
was.
so.
It might have been 3 or 3.5, one of those two. Again, this is gonna be a barn burner. I got the Chiefs to win and cover. I also might sneaky bet the over as well. Just gonna throw that out there. So that's our picks. That's our picks. We stick to it.
I got a 5-legger for the week.
Oh ho ho!
I got a 5-legger. And if I can find one more, if I can find one more leg, if I can find Notre Dame, put that in there as well. American football. Oh, 24. You play 4s?
24.5.
Never mind. We're not doing it.
Yo,
You can do that.
I don't think you stand on business right now, Shabazz.
No, I'm not. But my 5-legger is plus 301. It's 3 times your money. Throw 10 to get 30. Throw 100 to get 300. That's calm. I got Ravens money line, Chargers money line, Commanders money line, Cowboys and 49ers money line. 3 plus 301. Just those 5 teams to win. I'm not putting no money on it until Friday because I want to get paid. So we gotta wait. But I will do this on Friday.
I'll see your 5-leg, and I raise you 7. So I'll keep that 5-leg. I'm gonna put Cardinals Texans over 48.5.
Okay.
And I'm putting Notre Dame.
Oh my god.
Minus 24.5.
I'm not doing that.
On it.
You're not putting. I'm not doing that.
5 on it.
How about I take your Notre Dame out and put the Philly Chiefs game over instead for the same amount of odds.
Nah, you're not standing on business, man.
I'm not standing on business, bro.
Notre Dame business, man.
I'm a big day. I'm a domer, son. By association.
Win 66 total payout of 77 or 71. Where we here? Now, real quick before we end the show, Breezy Uzumaki made a valid point when he said, "Hey, the playoffs this year would be interesting or ass kind of if Buffalo doesn't make it." I don't know if he's talking about if Buffalo doesn't make it, or if Buffalo loses, then their playoffs is going to be a yikes, or just the playoffs as a whole. The NFL is king because of parity, because teams come up out of nowhere, like Detroit, like Houston. Like those teams are like lovable stories because holy shit, all it takes is one draft class or one great free agency signing to have a fantastic record. Like, and it's also NFL any given Sunday. So if Buffalo loses to the Jets, would I be shocked? Yes, but also would I be surprised? No, because it's again any given Sunday. Jets defense is fantastic as shit. But again, we love chaos here at BaptisteBros. That's what we're gonna continue to preach. We love chaos. But again, if your team going against our teams, fuck you. But we still love you. But like the video, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. And before we get, in my opinion, Bills don't make it. The whole AFC North makes the playoffs. Jags and Jets make it, and the Chiefs make it, and the Dolphins. Oh, he meant the Texans. Okay, I like it. Well, we might do a playoff prediction before Thanksgiving, and we might figure out who's gonna make it, who's gonna do it, whatever. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys live with this, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday, 8:30. Be there, like the video. Breezy Uzumaki, we appreciate your content, and hey, the channel, we're backing us back and forth. Like the video, go on YouTube, BaptisteBros, subscribe there as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Live with
Vinda.